Okay. Okay.
Hey, how y'all doing? This is KLA Cloud the Wanderer about to give it to you once again. I have a guest. He does comics, and he's here to tell us how he got into the comic game, and so we can learn something from him. How you doing, sir?
What's going on? How you doing? Thank you for having me. For real.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. You call yourself CrumBum? Like, how you get the name CrumBum? That's
Um, I
interesting.
I got it from just trying to have a cool name, like I something that people remember. So like when I do convention, they're like, "Oh, I remember you," just because my name is memorable. I went through like my first was like Arili, it was like the Igbo word for ant, or bug, I think, but it kind of worked, and I stopped that one. I did Ant McCree, which is my real name. And then
Right.
like just that went for a while, and then finally I was just like had an epiphany one night and was like, CrumBum. So then and then so it was CrumBum for a while, and then I couldn't get the domain rights to my website. So I ended up having to put
Yeah.
crumbumtheartist.com, and then that just rolled off the tongue better, I think. So that's basically where it come from. Nothing deep.
Yeah,
Just opportunity.
that's a heck of a title, man. Like, yeah, when I see came across your stuff, because you kind of remind me of a guy I know, a friend of mine. He like an old classmate, and
Mhm.
he does comic books. His name's Damian Scott, and he like over the years he has done like comics like Batman, DC Comics, and
Wow.
worked with DC
Yeah.
Comics and Marvels, stuff like that. He did he did like the Batgirl version of Cassandra Cain,
Hmm.
and I don't know if you follow Batgirl, but she had the mask,
The
and she
red
didn't
hair.
have like a you could
Oh
it's like a
yes.
ninja type of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
she was like the
The Russian.
hired, like she was like trained by this assassin and stuff. So
Hmm.
I remember I had an issue and stuff. So it kind of remind me of the illustrations that you do, man.
Oh, I
Like if
appreciate.
I
That's
could
cool.
show,
That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah, my characters are
yeah,
bootylicious and all that.
yeah, man. Like it's interesting comic. I was reading like but Jay Z, he's like a trained like ninja.
So
And hello,
yeah,
oh
can you hear me? Did I lose you? Okay.
yeah, okay.
So Jay is basically he's I guess his dad is like the Don Dada of the basically the underground world. Basically, like he got the strongest gang ever. He built up, and it's all based in Oakland. And him and his brother slash sister. His sister is they're twins, but she wants to be called a boy, so everybody
Right.
call her brother. Um, and they've been trained up to like basically be the enforcers. But since they have those abilities, that ability to create any weapon they can think of, they like the top pit. They like the top. So in the first issue where you saw the female lady pits, there's a male
Right.
version. There's a male version, and that's what Jay and his sister or brother were into. Basically, they're like the top assassins for the pits. So, but Jay also had this want to save the world from drugs. So he kind of went into chemistry and things like that to stop a lot of the killing that he had to do as an enforcer or an elite pit, basically. Because most people that run in the pit's crew, they run around these pit bull masks. I mean, they don't run around the pit bull mask, but the main murderers of the group, the enforcers, they wear those ninja type masks. They're like pit bulls.
This is interesting. Like, yeah, I was reading some of this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how you get inspired to do this?
Like it's just been a whole long time of me just making stories, and this is kind of like my magnum opus. Like it's just like years of planning and creating characters. I got characters from when I was like 11. That's gonna make show up at some point. People that know me, they'll remember those characters. But they were
Yeah.
fun, so I'm bringing them in. Um, yeah, so yeah, it's just all in my head, man. I've always been a very imaginative dude. So I more often than not, I'm in my brain, and everything else is going on, and I'm kind of in my head and devising new characters, devising power systems, and things like that.
So you also illustrate
I'm
the
everything for
comics
this.
and stuff.
Yep, yep. I can't find anybody to
Oh, okay.
collaborate with.
No,
Yeah.
that's interesting, man. Usually, like, recently I've been like I've interviewed like comic book writers, and they would kind of like tell me like how they got inspired, and then like for them to find an artist, they had to go like on a site or something like that. They had to I think they one went on Facebook or something like that.
Hmm.
It's different places that they find artists, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool. Like yeah,
Right on.
it's
I,
kind of now I was saying that it kind of remind me a little bit of Kill Bill, like with the assassins and stuff, and and then like Uma Thurman, she was in the hospital and stuff.
hmm hmm Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I think. I mean, I don't know if I'm going for that, but I'm definitely inspired by it so much. So there's no telling, what'll come up, that I might think that I made up, and it's really like yeah, you could say like that hospital scene kind of look Kill Billish, but I didn't do that on
yeah,
purpose.
yeah. So you from Oakland?
Yeah, yeah, 21 years.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
what was it like growing up there and stuff? Like, what did like would you say that you doing this kind of influence you? Like you raised in Oakland?
Yeah, this is a love letter to Oakland. I mean, it's definitely not necessarily anything like historical, but it's just this is all about like they're gonna talk like people from Oakland. They do talk like people from Oakland. Um and a lot of the different ways people do things is definitely going to be there. Right now, in the beginning, he's in bumfuck Missouri, but as he gets back,
Yeah,
he's gonna embrace a lot of the things in Oakland. There's gonna be a lot of landmarks in there. Is going to be I mean, that's what I'm really on, like the landmarks, so people kind of see where they be at there. it,
yeah.
it definitely
How
did though.
long it how
Mhm.
long it took you to do this?
It just depends. Like the first book, it kind of came out like butter. It probably took maybe about I say a year and maybe less, because I'm doing everything, and I'm kind of trying to make it right. So I kind of like stop myself and redo stuff. Um, but it just depends on how fast. I mean, what else is going on in life that I can get done. So I was able to get like 3 books done within, I say, a year and a half. I was able, because I was rolling when I got to 3. I had everything planned out. I still got the rest planned out, but family, everything else. So I'm kind of looking for like
Yeah.
somebody to pay me so I can throw all that other stuff besides family out, my job, and then I can work on this full time. That's like my goal for this year.
Okay. Since you done this, like have I noticed like I seen you like in comic book conventions. How was that?
It's fun. I mean, they're good. I do okay. I do okay. It's definitely probably a niche type thing. Um, I, I'm really trying to like get my social media game up and things like that, so I can get more people coming out to see me. But I do okay. A lot of people, I get a lot. Oh, this is so unique. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Where hyena? What? So I get that. Um, so I do okay at them, but I'm definitely could do better. You know.
Yeah, this is cool. Like I was looking at it, and I was like, let me give this guy see if this guy be interested in talking.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh
this
yeah.
guy, so he's like he's a ninja, and he's like an elite force or something. Man, you
Right.
okay?
Yeah. So yeah, he's a elite ninja. But he specializes in, he can make any type of weapon he can think of. But he don't really like to kill like that. So I mean, he will if he have to, but he don't really like to. So he tends to use more chemistry based things. So like he'll make like a grenade or something that's not a stun grenade, things like that. And later on, as the story progresses, he's going to be able to create like chemical reactions in his hands. So like say he wants to hit somebody with just enough force to knock him out with explosion, he can like blast them with just a punch, things like that. Yeah, he wants to make
Yeah,
a poisonous gas and knock somebody out. He can do that in his bare hands.
uh, that just kind of remind me of MacGyver a little bit.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
cousin was
that,
like, you should do like a scene where he's in a closet, and then there are people trying to catch him. Like, oh no, he's in the closet. You know, that's the worst place
uh,
you can leave him. Like you know, like MacGyver, you leave him there with a paper clip and some ammonia, and he'll have something crazy going on. So yeah,
what was the like the process of like just trying to execute this like story and just illustrating it?
the worst part is the writing part because like I'm not a writer. I mean, but it's
Yeah,
fun, you know. But I'm not. I know that I'm not writing to the standards of like Stephen King and people like that. You know, um,
right,
I'm I'm going to keep on trying and keep on working it out unless I can find somebody that really like the story and want to write something for it. Um,
right.
but the most painstaking part is is just devising the storyline. Um, you know, literally, and then after that, once I have the story down, I just do the rough draft, then I ink it, then I color it, and we rolling.
Yeah, I like this picture of Wonder Woman, man. This is
Oh,
cool.
appreciate it. Yeah, I don't do a
Yeah.
lot of fan art, but sometimes I try to do something. Thank you though.
You ever did you like before like I know too many like like indie comic artists and writers they're not have like no interest of trying to work mainstream or nothing like that. But at one point, did you ever thought about you would be interested in kind of like working with DC or Marvel or anything like that? Did you ever went to art school or any?
Yeah, so I went to art school. I went well, yeah. I went when I was in 10th grade. I went to when I in Oakland they have Oakland High and they have a program called Vamp and it's all about bringing in kids that's artists. So they brought me in and that kind of opened my horizons, broadened my horizons. And then when I went to the military, and then when I got out of the military,
Hmm.
I ended up moving to Atlanta, and I went to the Art Institute Atlanta. Is defunct now, I think, but yeah, I went to the Art Institute, so I got some formal training, and learned how to do a whole bunch of different things, digitally, how to do advertising, how to make websites, all kind of stuff. Very, very good training. Just
Oh,
expensive.
that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I've done a little bit of art. You know, I took in like a this course, like it was like a 12 lessons course
Mm,
called like the art instruction school. It been around since what like 1916 and like various people have done like have attended the school like the guy that made like the Peanuts game created
mm-hmm,
Charles Schwartz.
mm-hmm.
He graduated from it and stuff. You know, this
Mm.
yeah.
I think I know
Then
what you're talking about. They should sell them
yeah,
like you had to draw like something on. You had to they
yeah,
sent you a little pack and you drew it.
yeah,
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
okay. You finished
They
it.
had yeah, I finished it. I finished it, but I never like did anything to like, kind of advance myself to do it. You know, it
Yeah.
just they did like after they did have like competitions and I participated in it, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really, they would be like they would send it back and be like, yeah, thank you for participating in the competition and but there were like so many like artwork and we had to kind of draw a conclusion and stuff something like that and I just like yeah whatever I did it twice but I just I didn't really see like the point of just keep doing it and like
Yeah.
they doing the same thing and telling me like blah this blah blah blah, and I just got tired of it a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, I
Yeah,
understand. Yeah.
I, yeah, because I would be like in and out of drawing and stuff. I've also tried to like I would say like create like my own comic and stuff. Like I remember I took like a course like in School of Visual Arts, and they had us like try to do like write a story and do like illustrations and stuff. And I think I did like a story about this dude. He did like 30 years in prison, and then he came out. The world was like different,
Hmm.
and he witnessed this murder and stuff, and he witnessed like these adolescents. They killed a police officer and stuff, and so he kind of ran and stuff. I didn't go too far, but I just drew it and for the class and stuff. So
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah,
That might be something to revisit if that's like your itch. You know what I mean? That might be something to for real work it out. Especially as you older now, you might come at it from a different angle. You know, it
yeah.
yeah, reworking the stories is it seemed tedious sometimes, but sometimes it's fun. Like I have fun reworking stories all the
Did
time.
you did did you ever like did something and then just stopped and then came back to it?
Definitely, definitely. Uh-huh. Animation. I'm not. I don't really like animating. I'm too. It's too tedious for me. I like having doing it
Yeah,
one and done, getting the artwork done, and I'm done. But I still have animation software, so every once in a while I go back and start playing with it. Working it out. One day something fun will come out.
yeah. I actually did like a stop motion like course, and I did it with this guy under this guy. He worked he did like projects and stuff, and he did like commercials. And he did also what else he did? He did it like in the 90s and stuff, and
Mhm,
then it was like to a point where CGI started taking over and stuff like
mhm,
that, and then he went out of business, and he just started teaching and stuff. So yeah,
mhm,
I just took like one course of it. you know
mhm.
yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this is cool. Like now who's this, Monet?
Oh yeah, she's basically. I have a whole bunch of different crews because so what's happening is I don't think it's been. I haven't said it in this series. So the next book basically, um, Jay decides that he can't just live. He gonna have to. If the only way he gonna save the world from Mecca and get it off the streets is by becoming the new king, the new Don Dada of the world. So he has to go and fight his dad. The only way you can fight, the only way you even have the right to go against your dad is by having your own crew, and then you also have to beat 13 other crews just to have the right to even talk to your dad. So
Hmm.
so basically, like Monet is a character that is in a whole like her name. I had her crew name up on there. The Los Bonitas Asencias. I can't Asencias. I can't remember, but right now because it's an older picture now, but once I get to her point, I'll be really studying her again. But she's just another crew. But she's Fatima's rival. Like she hate that's who she's looking at right in that picture. She hates Fatima, which is the girl with the orange hair. Oh, you didn't see her yet, probably because you didn't get that far. But she's my other. She's Jay's other. She's gonna be another part of the crew, and she's like a voodoo
Yeah.
priestess. She's the first girl you show. Yeah, with the dolls.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Let me go
yeah,
back to that. Let me go back.
yeah, her. So
Oh.
that's Fatima, and she's my voodoo priestess in training. She's my favorite one besides Aunt, and she is basically she can like her power. She can come to you and say, "Can I have some of your hair?" If you give her a little bit of your hair, she can make a doll. Whenever she needs to fight, she can throw your doll like a Pokemon and like a life size version
Hmm.
of you. Like if you see in the third book, you'll see her power come out. You'll
Yeah.
see the first doll she uses. Um, so yeah, it's not she doesn't like hurt the person that gave her the hair. It's not a voodoo doll in that way. Um, but it's just her basically she's a Pokemon trainer for the most part. Whatever she needs, she can make as a doll for it basically.
Hmm. That's interesting. Yeah. Let me see. We got a comment. Fatima got some monsters.
You she do, but she cake down where it count too though, so she good.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. You ever watch like ninja movies or something like that, like American Ninja or like growing up?
Yeah, yeah,
Would
yeah.
you
I've
say
seen.
that
Yeah, I
the
watched those. I mean, those movies were so like they not as an adult they not that good to me anymore. But I used to watch a lot of that stuff. Like
yeah,
we used to call
yeah,
them chopsaki movies and stuff. And yeah,
yeah,
I love that stuff. Old Jackie Chan, of course, Bruce Lee, um, American Ninja, which is horrible now looking at it.
yeah, yeah.
The Last Dragon, all that type of stuff. You probably at some point going to see like the Last Dragon, some kind of homage to it at some point. Um,
Yeah.
you're gonna see, it's gonna be stuff that reminds you of a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, I watch a lot of ninja stuff, but I think probably more what this because you call so let me kind of break it down. Jay came from me trying to have a black Dragon Ball Z. That's where it came from. I got like
Okay.
old, like back in the like I think I started this story in like the 90s, like 96 is when I think it like the actual first pictures that I've had of them of my heroes came up. Um,
Right.
so it was supposed to be Dragon Ball. So even so, Jay used to have a karate gi, just like Goku's and stuff like that. It was dumb. And so now, as I've gotten older, I've started to add in new things to it. So now it don't look nothing like Dragon Ball. Like there's I mean,
Mm,
the only thing that's kind of Dragon Ball less now is Ant's hair. But it's a reason for like nobody else in the whole series except for maybe other hyena people, but
right.
um, only a race of people have hair like that, and it's just because they're were hyenas. But it's really not even that. For him, he's stuck. So basically, Ant from you saw in the first book, he's a were hyena. I don't know if you got that far, but he's a
Right.
were hyena.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I read that part.
okay, so he's stuck in mid transformation. So if you look at the first scene where you see Fatima, she's in a tree looking, and you see that face, and there's a big ass afro. That's him before his transformation. So when he's just a regular human, he has an afro. But when he's
Yeah.
a were hyena, I think you showed it. She's like in a tree somewhere, in the darkness. He's fighting the female pits. Is in that scene. Um,
Yeah.
I think that's the second part. That's the second book. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. When you showed me, at first I thought you wanted me like to display everything, but it was like it was a lot. Then I was like, oh, maybe he want me to read everything and stuff. At first I just,
I didn't know
I didn't know.
I didn't know if you was gonna read everything, but I gave you everything that you would need to know what the story's about. So that's all.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
expect you to
yeah,
display everything, or but I dig that you display the art. I dig that because I just did one and they didn't display any of my art, so that was so I appreciate that. Um,
yeah.
but I didn't expect you to do everything. No, not at all. I just wanted you to be able to read it, so you know I gave you enough
Yeah,
information.
I did it the last minute. I was like, oh wait, because I seen the volume, so I was like, wait a second. He wants me. Yeah, he probably wants me to read it. So and I read like the first, and then I
Yeah,
think I stopped when like the mecha monster he came in the hospital and start like chopping like all the what the cops and stuff like yeah, I was like, wow, this is it's I don't know, you ever seen Ninja Scroll, like
yeah.
yeah, it kind of a little bit of that, yeah,
That's
with like just chopping up the
that's
like
one.
half of the
I'm not going for a
yeah,
Ninja Scroll, but the violence is definitely gonna be. I want the violence like that. Certain monsters is gonna
yeah,
cut people like paper. Yeah, it's gonna. And I have
yeah,
a lot. It's a lot of mecha monsters, and then I have monsters that's sentient too. So like that monster wasn't even like the person inside is gone, but I'm gonna have people like King. You ever play Kingdom Hearts?
nah, I never played that,
It's an old Disney game, but one of the things was is these creatures that when you get swallowed up and they get your heart, you turn into a monster. So, but they also
yeah,
have that their heart was so strong that they would take over and they have powers. So you're gonna see people like that too. That they're part mecha monster. They got mecha monster abilities, but they actually inside their head. Like what you saw was just a beast, basically. He gone. It's no bringing him back.
yeah. Yeah. All the rage, George Page, Kung Fu Theater Saturday afternoons. Yeah, I used to watch that. Like I used to like go to the boys club and where I'm at, and they would always show it like on Saturdays at what like at the time 1 o'clock, and everybody be looking at it and stuff. Yeah, I
I,
wasn't like heavily into that, but I think I would just watch it, and then like people around me was like really interested in it. So
that's how I go. Yeah, we used to go and buy them in like Chinatown, buy the DVDs when I was a kid, or the
right.
DVDs and the VHS and all that type of stuff. Yeah. So we used to like that. Yeah, I had family that would watch it because a lot of my influences come from just my older male cousins, watching, coming over their house. They got something for me to look at. So I'll be quiet. So that's how it would work. Yeah.
In the '90s, I remember like they started like kind of bringing, they would kind of like have like the cassettes and stuff, and you
Mm,
would buy it, and yeah, I remember like not just kung fu movies, but like Japanese animation like that. I seen there was a Fist of the North Star. I haven't seen that. I seen it recently, but
mm-hmm,
but years back I seen it,
mm-hmm.
and I was kind of like revisiting it, just watching it, and
Yeah.
it was kind of bugged out because it was like talking about energies and stuff, and like that, like to a point where human society is really kind of like at the lowest point, like it's really fucked up,
Mm-hmm,
like the way they was showing it, like the ghosts came out of the spirits come out of people's bodies and dead bodies
mm-hmm.
everywhere, and this was made like in 1986. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Japan.
was like, yeah,
Japan, they don't got the same hangups we got here, as
yeah,
Americans. So they do what they do, and I love it. I
yeah.
love what they did. Yeah, back then, yeah, Vampire Hunter D was this mess. Those are definitely all influences for me, and some of that was the violence and gore of that. Like it's gonna be in my stories. I like the violence and the gore. Yeah. The only thing I don't do is naked women. That's just where I cut the line off. But I'll show somebody's brain or something. But
Yeah,
I don't do soft core porn or nothing. Like it's just straight up monsters, mayhem. Um, scantily clad, well endowed women. But I stay away from
yeah,
the porn and stuff.
yeah. So like on do you have a website where like you purchase these comics?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like
CrumBumTheArtist.com.
how
Yeah,
much
that's
like would how much
so
would you like charge it? Oh,
it's $5.99 because of tax. Is usually like if you see me at a convention, then it's gonna be like $5. But it's $5.99 on the
right.
website. Both the first two books are $5.99, and then the last no, I'm sorry, the first book is $6.99 because it's 30 is the longest book, and then the other two are $5.99 basically. Yeah,
Yeah. See this guy, he got like 2 copies of your stuff.
yeah. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, he came up. I do. I meet some people like that. Yeah, that come
Yeah.
in and they just want to support, and they'll I got three now, so they'll do all three. And then I give you
Yeah.
a bargain. You buy, I take some money off if you buy all three. So it's a good deal.
Yeah, I also seen like a picture of your wife. She helps you with the she supports you with the comics and stuff.
Yeah. She don't really
Yeah.
like care for them like that, but she or the subject
Yeah.
matter, but she just support me. That's just how we are. We support each other. Even in even if we don't like what we doing, we go and do it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what's up. That's cool.
yeah. So, but
That's
she be on
cool.
me too about the business side. So 'cause she's a business lady, so she be on me. Okay,
Yeah.
how much does this cost, and what's the how much profit you think you're gonna make if you don't do it like this, and you should be doing this. Like she pushes me to do like gallery art. I don't know if that's on my Instagram too. I got gallery art
Yeah, I
too.
seen that. I seen that. I seen that. I
Hmm.
seen that. My friend, he does that. He was doing that a while back. I remember like one time, like he had me like sell some shirts a bit, like pictures really. Not well, some of them were shirts. He designed shirts and stuff,
Hmm.
and then he like one summer, like he had. I remember he had me like sell like the paintings and stuff. I think like one lady, she was gonna purchase it, but I think he didn't have the Cash App or something like that. It's
Yeah,
something.
that
Yeah,
happens.
then yeah, yeah. Then it was like it was really tough because people would just look at it and then walk by, and it's like,
It's hard. It's
yeah,
hard. It's hard. Like like for me at the conventions, I gotta like be on them, telling them the story. Hey, can I talk to you real quick? Can look you walking through? Just can you listen to my story? And a lot of times that'll do it. Like if you can get them to stop and listen to what it is about, you know, they'll go,
yeah,
oh, okay, I like that. I like that. And I got t-shirts too, so I do that too.
yeah. That's cool.
So yeah, it's definitely it's an art to selling, and it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool, man. This is guy I know. He also designed shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Like he yeah, he draws and stuff, and and the way he did it, like it's a lot what he was telling me.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
really a lot. So
It's hard.
but
It's
this is
hard.
cool, man.
There's some earlier version. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites. Jay
Yeah,
trying to get home to the kids. Some of my villains. Another villain.
yeah. This dude, yeah, he was funny. He was real funny. He's like a gangbanger.
Uh-huh.
You ever came across some gangbangers like that?
I mean, yeah. There's always somebody that kind of bring it into you. Um,
Yeah,
little hyphy little scumbags. That
right,
just ain't cool. But uh, not necessarily. It's more like because Oakland, we don't Oakland. As far as where I'm from, on the black side, it ain't a lot of gangs like that in Oakland. It's just more. It's
right.
just streets and sets. So where you? So what street you from? Oh, I'm from 23rd. Oh, okay, you from the 20s. Okay, we good. You might get checked like that or something. But for the most part, we don't just be like on no gang banging like that. Like I think the Mexicans do it and the Asians do it in like San Francisco, but it ain't like no full out just gangs like that in Oakland. Um, but them little thug little drug dealer cats, you see that a lot, and that's kind of where he come in and he like one of them little thug drug dealer types. But let me keep it on track because as I'm going with the comic, there are gangs everywhere. So in this comic,
Right.
as far as Oakland goes, there are gangs. But in real life, it's more, streets and stuff like that. You know,
Mm,
don't come
yeah.
over here to 86. If you come over 86, I'm gonna cap you. You know what I mean? Like that.
You ever seen the Warriors?
Navarius.
The Warriors.
Oh, the war. I'm
It
sorry.
was
Yeah,
a gang.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Would you say that kind of we got a little inspiration on that too a bit? I don't know.
Not really. That one. I mean, you know what? Maybe, but not really. Like I don't think about the Warriors. Like I
Yeah.
saw it as an older person. But I can say this that all the different. I'm like we gonna have different types of gangs that's gonna
Right.
have weird motifs. It's because it's 13 of them that he got to defeat to even talk to his dad. So and it's gonna go. So it's no telling where I'm gonna go with that. Am I gonna have like a baseball team gang? Probably not. But you know, uh,
It,
yeah, I can see the
so
parallel. Definitely.
yeah. Is his dad a demon? Because it seemed like in the first volume, it I don't know, like it kind of he was fighting a demon though, right? Like in
And
the
well,
like
it's so um there's a whole mythology in the background. That is not Jay's dad. It's just something that's so
right,
if you look at this, he has that in his head. So that's
right,
just that's something in the background that comes to the foreground when needed. But it's not, and so there's like it don't look good, right? It looked like a demon, right? I'm not gonna say it's a demon
right,
because it's not a demon. Um, but it ain't good. So that's the jewel I'm gonna give. That what's going on in his brain is not a good thing, but it also gives
Mm.
him the power to create whatever he can. It gives him it gave him the intelligence to create the drug, and I can say this too. Maybe that's why Mecca, his drug that he created, is not perfect, and why people die from it and turn into monsters, because maybe that thing in his head is not what it should be. What he, you know what I mean? Does
Mm.
that make sense?
So in other words, does he have like demons? Like he has to fight his own demons? That's what you're trying to tell me? Like, if I could.
It's basic. It's not. He has to keep it reined in. Yeah, he definitely has to keep it reined in. It's something that will mess everything up if he gets the chance.
Right.
But it ain't the strongest thing out there, and there's other things like it, and it all kind of connects to this mythology that I'm going to be kind of spoon feeding as I go. There's a whole nother ancient stuff going on in the background that I'll give a little details as it goes. I like telling a story like that.
Yeah. All the race, George Page, keep doing good works.
Appreciate it.
And he says, Warriors, come out and play. Yay. Yeah, I seen that movie like what one time. Yeah, one time I think I looked at it, it was like in the middle of it and to the end I seen. I never really seen like the whole thing. I just seen like the middle to the end and stuff. I see it like on YouTube and stuff. It's free, but then it'd be like I don't feel like looking at it right now
Yeah,
because they
it's a
got some
hard.
free movies. Yeah, they got some free movies and then they got movies that you could buy and all that stuff. But I'll probably check it out, like watch the whole thing and stuff.
Yeah,
So
it's long. It's long. But you asked about his dad. So no, that's not his dad. His dad is a like, I kind of based his dad off of Tookie, the gangbanger from the Crips from a long time ago.
right,
So
right,
but then he's also kind of like Ving Rhames in an extent. Like he just a big when you like matter of fact in the fourth book he's like on the first page. You'll see their dad. Um and yeah, he's just like an overwhelming type dude. Even think Black Kingpin, you know what I mean? Like suave, but he'll mess you up. He's scary. He's still scary, even though he might be a nice dude, and he's humongous. You know. So yeah, I say think Kingpin from Spider Man,
yeah.
but black with braids. He's not bald.
Mm. How many volumes would you like do? Like,
I,
you
I
think you'll?
I want to do as many as the story takes, and I can't say like if it's a million, I'll do a million, but it just depends on what the story takes for me, for me to feel like it's starting to finish. Because I kind of got the
Right.
thought process that I'm just kind of bringing it out, but it's going. It's not me. I'm just kind of recording what's happening, and the characters are doing what they want to do. That's how I kind of go. So
Do you
yeah.
like when you do like the drawings or the writing? You don't have like anybody to like you could show it to, like and just be like, hey, how you think about this, or you just do it.
I just do it, and because I have an issue with not finishing stuff because I'm always over
Yeah.
reworking it, trying to fix it and change it. And
Right.
my best friend, he's an artist himself, very very good, like fine art type stuff. And he told me like just finish, you know. So I don't go through a lot of uh first off, it's hard to get people to even sit down and read it. That's why I say I don't have a lot of
Right.
support when it comes to that part here. Um,
Right.
so I finish it, then I let my wife I let her go through it, and I let her uh do make sure the words are correct the best way she can,
Yeah.
and then yeah, I put it out there. Yeah, and then I'm always open for critique. I'm not a person that gets mad if somebody critiques my stuff. So yeah, please do. So once I get a little bit more like a more readership, I'm definitely gonna have like a little thing in the back of people sending me what they questions and everything in the back of the comic, so they can give me what they
Yeah.
think. I love critique.
Yeah,
when
that's
it's fair,
good. That's good.
when it's fair. you know,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's not easy like with the comic because I remember like I went to one comic convention. This was like 2012, and I had like some work and stuff, and I showed like some artists. Like one artist, he told me he suggested that I do it on like my artwork like on what's the Photoshop. But at the
Mm-hmm,
time, I didn't know how to do Photoshop, and like years down the line, I started doing Photoshop and stuff. But
mm-hmm,
then other artists, they was like, your stuff needs to, you need to like try to, your stuff is stiff. It needs to be more like more action there, and then you gotta, it gotta be a passion what you doing, and it's some criticism, and but it's kind of like criticism that you have to kind of reflect, like because me, my thing is, I would draw now, but then later on, I don't draw, and sometimes it takes years. Sometimes I get back some. It gotta be like something to kind of just get me in that mode again, and
mm-hmm.
just
I get
yeah,
you.
like it's not easy. For some
I,
reason, I just kind of recently started like interviewing people, and having me think a bit like what I want to do, but.
mm-hmm. I think, like, man, look, it's people out there that, yeah. So here, you're not gonna draw like me. You're not. You can
Right.
try. One day you might even get really close, but you're gonna draw like you regardless, right? So
Right.
think about it like this. Have you ever seen One Punch Man?
Yeah, yeah. I seen a little bit of that.
So the guy who created, they call he go by the name One, right? Just One. One artwork is, I mean, I don't want to be a hater, but it ain't very good, right? But he
Right.
got it out there. He told his story, and then somebody liked it so much they said, "Okay, let me get an actual art, a real art, a really good artist in to do it." And now it looked crazy good. So he, even though he wasn't like the best, he still was able to create something that people liked. Regardless of whether it was freaking, you know, I don't know, the new One Punch Man quality. You know what I'm saying? Like it just is what it is. You just it makes the peanuts look like shit, right? But it do well. It did well in its time. You know,
True.
you can't never. You draw like yourself. Everybody give you she always too stiff. That's true. I just look. I've been doing this for a long time, and my artwork can still be stiff in certain areas. It is what it is. I try.
Yeah.
I fix it. I fail. People still like my work. you know, and
Yeah.
some people hate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't
You
don't
can't
don't let
please everybody.
yeah, and you gonna please somebody at the same time. It's the same thing
Right.
like now in rap, right? It's now everybody got their own goat, right? It's so many different ways to listen to stuff. Everybody got a goat. And then your goat might not be my goat. Look, you on the East Coast, you probably got a whole nother goat than I got, right? Um, and then our ghosts, we're gonna listen to their stuff. And the main people ain't gonna listen. The main part of the world might not even listen to their stuff. But we wait for their albums to come out because that's our goat. It's the same stuff. It's the same stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
You
long
ever
winded.
Nah, it's cool. You ever thought about like doing like animation a bit? Like not just do it yourself, but like get other people to help you.
I was approached to do something for a Netflix for my series and try to put it on Netflix,
Yeah.
but I didn't do it because I'm not ready yet. As far as I don't have the production Bible. I need to create a production Bible before I start pitching for animated stuff. But definitely I want to do an animated series. Like I think it'll be sick to do an animated series. That'll probably be only thing I want to do more is a live action. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I would, yeah, definitely. That'll probably be my end game when I'm an old man or older. I'll be, pitching right now. But I didn't have the Bible ready. So it was a lot of work that was gonna have to be done that I couldn't do in the time frame that they were asking. So, but
Oh.
one day.
What do you mean like the production Bible? If you could educate me a bit.
So for every cartoon, like okay, perfect example. What's your? Did you see Castlevania? The newer ones that came out.
No.
Oh, you got to see that. It's in Netflix. Sick. If you play the old Nintendo Castlevania with the whip,
Yeah,
the
Simon
series.
Belmont.
If you like the blood and guts and the things cutting through people like paper, you're gonna love this series, bro.
Okay.
It's sick. And they got like the third season now. Hella good. So anyway, um, so you can actually buy you ever see where they have the whole book for a game is all the artwork from the game and
Right.
stuff. That's a
Yeah.
Bible.
Yeah.
That's the production Bible. It's just all the
Okay.
concept art. It's the concept art. It's the heights, weights, um,
Oh.
the main story, like the main storyline, all that type of stuff that's in there. It's all
Yeah.
the production Bible. Yeah.
I think
Hella
I
good.
yeah, I think I got yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. 'Cause I've been like a while since, I play video games or kind of I don't really like mess with Netflix like that. Like
Oh,
I do like I do have a stream, but I don't really like mess with it too because it costs money and stuff. So, I'd like, I ain't really
I got you.
so yeah,
I got
man.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, do you have like other projects that you're working on besides this current one?
Nah, I haven't been. I've been so kind of like focused on other things in life besides because I got two kids and in a
Yeah,
marriage and several another business and things like that. So I'm kind of like broken into pieces. So I don't have time. I mean, other than like commission, like people hit me up and they want something done. So I've done some clothing line stuff.
yeah, that's
Like I said,
cool.
I've done like the art gallery stuff, and then just a lot
Yeah,
of commission art. Yeah, but not even a lot of that because, like I said, I'm still more when I get behind and start working on doing my craft is on J. Yeah.
you think somewhere down the line you'll get artists or write well you did say you'll get writers, but like what about artists or anything like that?
The minute I get a project big enough to hire people, I got people on the
Yeah,
list that I would definitely but I just got to get the funding once so like I said, this year is my year that I want to. That's why I'm doing these talks and things like that because it's I want to get somebody to say, okay, I like what you're talking about, and I'm gonna fund you, and then I'll start hiring other artists like quickly. Yeah, then I can
yeah,
just I can focus on writing, or focus on pitching it so my writers can write, and I'll do the main art, and then I'll have other people do the background. Make it it'll be fun. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk with you, man. Yeah,
Thank you
like,
for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
yeah. All right, folks. That's a wrap, man. I mean, thank you for tuning in. Thank always George Page for the chat.
Right on.
Yeah. See y'all later.
All right. Have a good one, y'all.